Hello, my name is Namita, and in last talk we discussed about maximum likelihood estimates, and we took an example of a discrete distribution which was very simple. But the most interesting thing about it is that it can be easily generalized to the continuous distributions. But how do we do that? Because we know that in continuous distributions the probability at any one point is 0. So it cannot be used directly, but somehow we will see that the same formula, just by replacing the probability by probability density function, can be used as maximum likelihood function even for continuous distributions. So let us have a look at the formula. So the log likelihood for continuous functions. And the formula is summation over all observations log of density function. So fx denotes our density function. As you can see, this formula is very similar to the earlier one where f was simply replaced by p. How is it so? Let us have a look why this is acceptable. So the intuition behind it is that the probability can be given for a very small area. The probability can be given as a product of the density function and that area. So let us see it in terms of formula. So probability for a region is given by, right, the integral of density function over that region. So let the region be y. So we have the interval of size h, and we want to see what is the probability of a point lying in this interval. So we will integrate from y to y plus h. This is our probability. Now let's take the limit of this probability. Limit where h goes to 0. The interval is becoming smaller and smaller and it goes to 0. So limit p by h. What happens to this? This becomes fx, integral of fx, again y plus h on h. Now we know that for a probability density function, as h goes to 0, this probability should also go to 0. And so the numerator and denominator both are going to 0. So here we can apply L'Hospital's rule and we find that this entire limit is given by differential of this divided by differential of this, differential against h. So this will simply become fx. And so we can say that limit of p is h into the density function. So this is the same thing which we said earlier. It is our general understanding of integrals and calculus that over a very small area we can assume that this function is constant. So now let us look how it replaces probability in our earlier likelihood function. So it was something like this. So here we write into h, as we have seen here, that probability, the limit of probability goes to fx into h, and we differentiate over our parameter. So let us say that the parameter is theta. Then it will become summation as you can see that h cancels out. So this will become same as differential of f divided by f and summation over it. So we can see that we can easily replace this function here with this new term, because again the differential of L here is the same thing. So this is just an intuition behind the thing, why we can use the probability density function instead of the probability itself in a likelihood function and still attain our most appropriate value of theta, our parameter. So let us see this with an example of Gaussian distribution. So first we'll take a very simple example where we assume that the normal distribution is there and we do not know the mean, though we know that the variance is 1. So it is a standard distribution, except that the mean is not necessarily 0. It can be something else. So we know the formula for normal distribution is here. I have not written sigma because we have assumed it to be 1. So we take the log of it. This is our log likelihood. So taking this log, it is minus half log now we take the differential of the same, and then we find out that here, okay, all these summations are over x, that is where x is any observation, set of all the observations rather. And so we find that this comes out to be a very simple thing, that is summation of x minus mu. So this L sigma signifies differential over mu, because that is the parameter that is unknown. And using this, suppose there are n observations, then we will find that n of mu is equal to summation of x, and so mu is equal to summation of x by n. So this is our average, and so we are happy that maximum likelihood gives us an estimate for mu which is very intuitive. That is the average of all observations, which we have been using for very long, and we know even without learning statistics that is something which is taught to us very early. So let us generalize a little bit more and see the case of normal distribution where both mu and sigma is the standard deviation and mu is the center, the mean, both are unknown, and we want to know both the parameters, the appropriate value of both the parameters using our maximum likelihood method. So the log likelihood function is given by log of the summation over log of our density function. So we all know that, this is 1. We know the density function of normal distribution. We can also write it as now we want to differentiate this log likelihood by mu and then by sigma, because these are the two unknown parameters, and by differentiating and equating it to 0, that is finding the extremes, we will get a value. So when we differentiate by mu, we get a value which is very similar to what we got in the previous one, that is we find that mu should be the average of all observations. Now the new thing is finding sigma. So this time we also differentiate by sigma, that is the standard deviation. So this term will get eliminated and we have 1 by sigma, and then we have the numerator is same because it does not contain sigma, so it will not change, and since denominator is sigma square, it will become sigma cube, and that minus 2 will get cancelled, And so we find sigma square, that is the variance, will be given by So as you might have observed, this is the formula that we have been using for finding variance, and we find the same using the maximum likelihood. So hope you found this interesting, and on a later date we'll meet again and we'll see how it can be used in a multivariate distribution, the maximum likelihood method. Okay, thanks a lot.